It happened on a quiet training morning in Barcelona, far from roaring stadiums and golden trophies. Lionel Messi had just finished a light session. Nothing intense. It was off-season. Just touch work, light drills, smiles with teammates. But none of them knew what was waiting for him at the gate. Outside the fence stood a boy no older than 10. His name was Andres, and in his hands, he held a small wooden box. It wasn't branded, it wasn't flashy, just a simple box, worn and carefully held like it meant the world. And for Andres, it did. His family had driven 9 hours from the south of Spain. His father was a carpenter, his mother a teacher. They didn't have much, but Andres had a dream: to meet the man who inspired him to play football barefoot in dusty fields, pretending they were the Camp Nou. Inside the box was his gift, a secret he'd spent 2 years crafting with his father. He didn't want Messi's autograph. He wanted to give something back. The security guard waved over one of the staff members. "The kid says it's a gift for Leo. He's been here since 6 a.m. Inside, Messi was changing into his sneakers when a trainer walked in. "Hey, there's a boy at the gate. Says he made something for you." Messi raised an eyebrow. He had met thousands of fans, received every gift imaginable, but something about this one felt different. He walked out quietly, still in training gear. No cameras, no press, just him, the fence, and a boy holding a box with trembling hands. When Andres saw him, he gasped and nearly dropped it. Messi smiled and crouched down to eye level. "Hola, this for me?" Andres nodded, speechless. "May I open it?" Inside the wooden box, Messi found a hand-carved miniature football field, made entirely from scraps of wood. Each player on the pitch was carved by hand, and every player wore Messi's number 10. At the center circle was a tiny engraved plaque that simply read, "Gracias, Leo." Andres Messi stared at it, then looked up, and for a few long seconds, he didn't say a word. His eyes welled with tears, not because of the craftsmanship, not because of the words, but because it was pure. A child had spent 2 years building something, not for money, not for fame, but just to say, "Thank you for inspiring me." And Messi, a man who had lifted every trophy, suddenly felt like he'd been given something more valuable than any Ballon d'Or. He pulled Andres into a hug. This is the most beautiful gift I've ever received." By now, others were coming out. Trainers, players, curious teammates. One of them noticed Messi wiping his eyes. Another snapped a photo, but Messi waved it off. "This one's just for me." He walked Andres and his parents into the facility, gave him a full kit, signed a ball, took photos. But before they left, he asked for one thing: "Can I keep the box in my locker?" Today, that same box sits inside Messi's private locker, next to medals, jerseys, and boots. And every now and then, when the pressure mounts, or the world forgets that football is more than money and media, he opens it and remembers a boy with shaking hands, holding a wooden box that made a champion cry. Sometimes, the smallest gifts leave the biggest mark.